Hey guys, Icebreaker back. I am over in the NightsWatch where I've been invited to come and record a hit. Tutorial video for Complex, which is this map here. This is on Forlorn Hope. See, it's pretty standard to be fair. You've got 3 rocket launchers here and the shock launcher there behind core that need to be shocked. Sometimes you get another shock launcher down here. But it's very rarely is it ever in range. So it's just 2 shocks. You can also put a shock on these rocket launchers if you like, but if you use the right strategy, which I'll show you in a minute, you don't need to shock those ones. So first thing he's going to do, he's going to come in, he's going to clear the mines here at core, and then he's going to tag this boom cannon. And the reason why you tag that boom cannon is because when you smoke all the girls all the way up to the kill zone, they'll gather up underneath one smoke, and so you don't need to use 2 to cover the spread when you flare core. When you mark that one, it means that they'll turn around and target that boom cannon, and while they do that, they'll remain underneath the one smoke, the very last smoke you put in the path, and then you can flare core from there. Doing that also means they're out of range of this rocket launcher down here. So see, he's going to clear the mines and tag the boom cannon. Like that. Now, for the landing, he tries the 2 smoke drop, but he does peek. You can drop 2 smokes and then plant the flags halfway up the landing to get them all to land underneath 2 smokes. I do the flare landing myself. I think it's just a safer option, especially when the beach is hot, like this one is, which it often is on Complex. So see, he's going to put down the 2 smokes. Like that. Now, the mistake he's made is the smokes are overlapping too much, and those flags need to be halfway up the beach as far to the right as possible, and then they'll land underneath the 2 smokes. So he does peek here. But he doesn't lose too many, so it's not a big deal. Okay, so once they've all gathered up underneath that, you need to flare up behind this defense. Sometimes there's a cell or 2 here that you can flare to. His flare is a little bit to the left. You want it a bit more to the right. You can see on this cell here, if you were to flare just to the bottom right corner of that cell, they'd path a lot neater and they'd miss this mine that he tags here, this boom mine. You can walk this path without hitting any mines, but unluckily his flare was literally 1 tile away from being ideal. So you see it now fuddling around, splitting around the boom cannon, split around the flamethrowers. Now, as brick stops and the girls are just starting to reach the flare, you need to be sending the next flare straight away, which is right there. Now, this flare needs to be tight to the back wall, as far back to the back wall as you can get it, and it needs to be behind the 12 o'clock boom cannon, just sort of above 9 o'clock of that boom cannon. Put a picture in here showing the flare points, or this flare point, and the reason why that is because from there they will target the boom cannon that we tagged, and they'll stay underneath the 1 smoke, and they'll be out of range of this rocket launcher. So you can see now he's moving on up. Now by this point in the attack, the smokes are taking a really long time to get from the gunboat to where he taps them. So if I put it on half times, you can watch how far ahead he's tapping, or sort of how far behind the girls are when he taps for the smoke to land on time. So there's that one. And you can see he's literally just tapped that one there by the thing, and you can see how long it's taken to land. So the last 2 smokes go up together, like so. And they'll split around the boom cannon that you tagged, avoiding the mines. And if you watch, they'll all gather up underneath that one smoke quite nicely. Flare caught. Dropped a couple of shocks. As I said, out of range of that rocket launcher, so you don't need to shock that one. And it's just a case of letting the girls do what they do on core. And repeating the shocks if you can. Or using critters if you can. So that's complex, guys. It is a tricky one. It is a really long path. It was always known as the longest walk in the game. But I think Duplexity has a couple of maps now that are bigger than complex. But the one thing to remember with this one is the timings of your smokes, because they do take a lot longer to land once you get up to sort of here on the map. By the time you're doing that, you're tapping a good smoke, half 3/4 of a smoke early for it to land on time. So yeah, that's complex, guys. I hope that helps. Let us know in the comments if you manage to get your first solo or whatnot. Make sure you smash that subscribe button. Cheers, guys.